Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and we are revisiting Dark Magician, but this time we've added a little Buster Blader in a way you wouldn't expect with a new skill. We got a new skill, Master of Fusion, Paladin. You get this skill by doing 20 fusion summons with any Yugi, any version of Yugi, even the small ones. That's a pretty good skill. You return one Dark Magician or a spell or trap card that contains Dark Magician in the name. You return it to your deck. Now, it has to be in the name. It can't just be in the text. So something like I Have Timeus would not count. It has to be Dark Magician in the name. Then you get to add a Buster Blader from outside your deck, which means you don't have to put a Buster Blader in your deck. And then you set one poly in your spell trap zone. So you get a Buster Blader and a poly just by sending one Dark Magician or one Dark Magician spell trap in the name. Very, very good. And this is where it starts to get not so good. During the turn you use this skill, you can only special summon one monster. And during your opponent's next turn, you cannot special summon any monsters. So this is affecting the deck in a couple ways. During the turn you use this skill, you can only special summon one monster. So you can special summon one monster, like let's say our Illusion Apprentice, and it'll still let you use the skill, but then you're not going to be able to use your poly, because you can only do that one special summon, and you used it with your Illusion Apprentice. So you have to be careful with this skill. It's a little tricky, and it gets super restrictive. When I first saw this skill, I thought, oh, this is fantastic. Now we can use 3 copies of Shared Unity, and it'll start popping off. Nope. Konami says this deck cannot include 2 copies of the same card except for dark spellcaster type monsters. That counts for spells too. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then there can be no other fusion monsters except Dark Paladin. So they don't want you using that poly for Swordsman of Destruction, guys. It has to be for Dark Paladin. Other than those massive restrictions, it's a pretty good skill for just sitting a Dark Paladin on the field. He'll negate spells. He does work with Apprentice, Illusion, Magician. We're using a bunch of Dark Magician spell or trap cards. Believe it or not, you just need Dark Magic. So this counts, this counts, this counts. I think this counts, honestly. I honestly think Illusion Magic counts. Dark Magic Attack counts. Timeus does not. Shared Unity does not. Pretty sure Navigation does. Pretty sure Destin... Wait a minute. Because I'm really sure Destin Rivals works. So how does that work? It does not have Dark Magician in the name. That one shouldn't work. And I'm very certain I've done this. I might even do it in the replays. We'll have to see. But in theory that shouldn't work. I'm pretty sure throwing this away works though. But yeah, so you plop out a Dark Paladin. You got your other plays. We have Magician's Robe. He can throw one of these spells away. Special summon a Dark Magician. Just can't do it on your opponent's turn. We have to use just one copy of everything that's not a Dark Spellcaster monster. I thought we'd used a lot more strength in Unity. We still only have the one. It is searchable by our rod. So we do see some action. But other than that, you're doing a lot of normal Dark Magician plays on top of just that Dark Paladin turbo madness. I really wish they'd let us use more strength of Unity in this deck. I still have plenty of ideas for a pure fusion Dark Magician deck, so it's gonna come. But I hope you guys enjoy this new skill, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Seto Kaiba, where he's on a 2-win streak. We're going second. No Sleeper Mat over there for our boy. 22 cards in his deck though. We got Destin Rivals, Navigation, Magic Expanded, Dark Magic Attack. Looks like a brick, but we can still use our skill. We just need to get a Dark Magician somehow. He's going Blue Eyes. Saging out of Blue Eyes after setting a back row. Now he's going to get a second Blue Eyes out with this Stone of Ancients. We get our girl. We're going to throw away Expanded Magic to search a Dark Magician. Now remember, we can't use our skill because we already did a special summon. So we're going to wait for the Navigation. He's going to try to attack. We're going to bring out not only this Dark Magician from our hand, but a second Apprentice Illusion Magician. That gives us a Dark Magician back to in our hand. That means we can use our skill next turn with just these 2 cards. He graciously attacks our Dark Magician first. That's going to be a little extra damage. He can't attack anything on the field right now because we have a Apprentice Illusions. He's going to get popped. He gets popped, and now he can stop her popping us for 1k. At the same time, we still have Destined Rivals. We're going to Dark Magic attack all that back row. It was a tough decision to make. We're going to navigate his Karma Cut. He's going to chain a Regeki Break. It'll cost his entire hand, but he did get our Dark Magician. But we can set a 2k Rogue, so that's not too bad. Now we're still in a really good position for our skill too. We have 1 Dark Magician in hand. We just need a Dark Magician spell or trap card or another Dark Magician. We have our skill. We get a Rod. He's going to let us search exactly what we need. Thank goodness. We go Illusion Magic. We're going to use the Illusion Magic. It's going to be a +2. So now we can use our skill and still have a Dark Magician left over. So we do use the skill. We haven't used any special summons. We get a Buster Blader. We get a Poly. We're going to use that Poly. That's the Dark Paladin. Way over a Blue Eyes. And then we know that's a tuner. Now, I have Timeus does not work. This is me finding out I have Timeus does not work. And I said, how does Destined Rivals work? But I have Timeus does not work. But it's by the name, so Destined Rivals shouldn't work, but it does. Anyway, he's going to protect her with Eyes of Blue out a Stone of Ancients. Then he goes into a Vermilion Dragon Mech. That's going to be able to pop my Dark Paladin. Adds Blue Eyes to his hand. And then swings. We have 300 life points left, guys. Are you kidding? But we still have some tricks. We get a Magician's Robe. Now, look at this. What did I do? How do I win this duel? We normal summon Magician's Robe. Draw phase, guys. Draw phase. I'm gonna throw away that Eye of Timeus we could not use our skill on. I'm gonna special summon a Dark Magician backflipping. I used Destined Rivals. I could have waited to use Destined Rivals. You can chain it to a monster skill and still be safe. I used both Robe and Rod. That's gonna tribute the attack position Robe. And then I get to special summon a Robe in defense position. He's going to still try to use his effect, banishing his Sage, and he destroys my defense position monster. Thank you, my friend, for not destroying my Dark Magician. So now we can normal summon Magician's Rod. Look at that, Strength and Unity, guys. We're going to use that Strength and Unity. We're going to Poly. You're going to get destroyed by a Blue Eyes card, my boy. Dark Paladin with the Poly, that triggers Strength and Unity. Goodbye, monster. Hello, Dark Magician in our hand. And we still have a nice, easy, lethal amount of damage. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing another Yami Yugi. We're gonna catch a rank up. He's using that Sun and Moon. Fire and, I guess, water. I don't really think of the moon when I think of water. But anyway, he's Gaia. This boy is throwing Gaia at us. Guys, this is a tough matchup for us because we can't use our Apprentice Illusion Magician with that pesky field spell that he's starting with. But Dark Magician has more tricks up his sleeve. We just need to get creative. So he's got his Gaia out. He even has a back row to play with. We got a Rod. Rod is always great. And this deck really gravitates towards Rod because you can't run 2 spell cards anyway. Anyway, he uses his Gaia on Rod. No idea why anyone would ever do that. Then we go Dark Magical Circle. We throw away our Dark Magic Curtain to use our skill. Now we're going to be able to bring out our Dark Paladin outright. Now, if this wasn't there, and that Treacherous obviously wasn't there, it would have been lethal with our Apprentice Illusion Magician, but we get hit with the Treacherous. He reveals a Gaia to search a Dragonfire. Does not have the Magical Knight, has to just go with the Gaia. Even if he had the Magical Knight, wouldn't be a huge deal. We have our navigation, we just need to make it live with our Apprentice Illusion, which is exactly what we're gonna do. I make a bit of a misplay right before we beat this boy too. It's a half dark magic attack. That's gonna destroy the Gaia. We just gotta summon this Dark Magician with this navigation and banish the Origin. And we're gonna bring out a second Apprentice Illusion Magician to get double pops. She can still use her attack modifier while she's on the field. I just noticed she has super long hair. I thought she had tiny hair. You know how long her hair is. What the heck? How am I just noticing that? I thought she had short hair. Ridiculous. Anyway, I accidentally banished the field spell. Did not need to do that with a dark magical attack, but he scoops anyway. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Chaz of all things. Super random. Going first. So this deck goes first, it goes second, wherever you want to go. It's using Land of Ojamas. We have Rod, we have Robe, we have Magic Expanded. We're gonna go Rod into Dark Magical Circle. Dark Magical Circle is gonna let us search Strength and Unity. We're gonna use Strength and Unity. We're gonna use Illusion Magic, get rid of 2 Magician Rods. Now we can use our skill. We haven't done a special summon yet. We throw away one of those Dark Magicians we just got, get a Buster Blader, and a Poly. And we do have our Strength and Unity. We're going to be able to use our Fusion and destroy his Ojama country, which I thought would get rid of his only win con, but he's not an Ojama deck at all, believe it or not. So then we get to throw away our Strength and Unity to add another Dark Magician to our hand. Pretty cool. He's going to use the Galaxy Cyclone on Dark Magic Expanded. Not really a big deal at all. He's going to throw a Snipe Hunter and get betrayed. Look at that. Snipe Hunter's like, I can't hurt him. He's a pretty cool dude. But he's going to do it on the second shot. He hits me with a 5. He threw away an Odd Eyes Advance. This guy's deck's just really all over the place. He hit me with a 1500 amount of damage. Get a Dark Magic Curtain, we can just use that outright. That's gonna summon our Dark Magician, we're gonna banish his Snipe Hunter, and we're gonna swing right into a Drowning Air Force. I could have set Robe and we would have been very safe, but we are living dangerously in his top deck world. What is he top deck? First he's gonna Galaxy Cyclone our Dark Magical Circle. Did top deck a monster, but it's just a little Plague Spreader, so we could have set Magician's Robe and been safe. Not a huge deal. We get another Magician's Robe. 700 over him. Still gotta get lucky with his top deck. He does not. We get an Illusion of Magic Apprentice. Pretty good. Not quite lethal, even if we brought her out. So I want to surprise him. I want him to attack. If he sees her, he's not gonna attack. If he doesn't see her, he's gonna attack with something like Cyber Dragon. Boom. Hits our Magician's Rod. If we had her out, he could have just swung at her with that Cyber Dragon. We would have lost. We got her in our hand. Well, we got a second one, so we might not have lost. But let's say we didn't get that second one, and we did this play the last turn. We would have destroyed her with the Cyber Dragon, and we would have just had these boys. It would have been a much tougher duel. But we do eventually finish him off, thanks to the hand trap. Great stuff there. Alright, here we are facing a little Yugi. We're going first. I think he's Grandpa's card. Yeah, Grandpa's cards on this one. I think he does pretty well, though. I think he rips through the 24-card deck pretty well. 26-card deck, I should say. So we're going to throw away a Dark Magic Expanded for an Apprentice Illusion Magician. Search... What did we search? No, you only get to search the Dark Magician. I was like, how did I get a Dark Magic Curtain? But anyway, we have a live navigation. He's got a Fortune Lady. He's going Fortune Lady engine into Grandpa's cards. So they do have a lot of draw mechanics. And they are spellcasters, so you can still use things like Wonder Wand. He's still getting Waters +2. So it's not a bad engine. He also goes with that Legendary. Banishes 3, but then you add all 3 to your hand, so he needs a few standby phases. I believe that's what that goes off. But anyway, he brings out a Fortune Lady every defense. Doesn't want to attack us at all. Probably should attack. We're going to bring out a Dark Magician from our hand and a Dark Magician from our deck. We're even getting 2 cutscenes since we're using Big Boy Yugi. Now, we're waiting for her. We're gonna Xyz into Ebon. We have to summon this wolf from our hand. There's nowhere else to summon from. Pretty frustrating. But we're gonna be able to return her with Ebon. And then we get to just swing for a good amount of damage. But he's gonna stop us with Pyroid. Just an example where you don't really need the skill to be successful. It's still a good Dark Magician deck. It could be better without the skill, a better Dark Magician deck, but no, just turboing out that Dark Paladin is a pretty cool way to duel. Here we're gonna navigate one of his +2s. He doesn't need 3 +2s in a single turn. So, well, I guess Wonder Wand's a +1, but, yeah, and then he's gonna Wonder Wand me and eventually scoop, I believe. Yep, great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing the My Valentine. We're going second. She's on a little 2-win streak, but has no... or no, she does have a mat. She's got to bury the actual all-Magician Girl mats. I'm pretty sure you can use Destined Rivals with these skills. I'm pretty certain. We're going to check it out, though. He's going to hit us with a Fiendish Chain. Stop my Magician's Rod. Not a huge deal. We're going to use Mass... Look at that. Destined Rivals thrown away. So I don't understand, because it's supposed to be Dark Magician in the name, and I guarantee you cannot use Eye of Timeus, but I guess having Dark Magician art is good enough, so who knows. But anyway, we're able to get our Dark Paladin out, hit him for 2,900, and he's on him, guys. What the heck? He's gonna go with Topic into Coat, Excalibur over Paladin. Excalibur's a one-trick pony, though. But this boy has some more tricks over there, actually, believe it or not. Okay, normal summon, go with Rod, Dark Magic Expand. He's back to 2k. He's gonna bring out a Gaga head. That's gonna special summon 2 more monsters, and then he eventually just disconnects. He probably realized there wasn't actually much he could do with Dark Magic Expanded there. We did have one Dark Magician in the graveyard. So those boys were 2,600. So even if he brought out a Malevolent Sin, which was the only monster he could have brought out, he could have brought out a Roach, but that would have been even worse. So Roach or Malevolent Sin, he brings him out. Malevolent Sin banishes one of my monsters. He swings into one, he loses his Malevolent Sin to Dark Magic Expanded. He saw us search Dark Magic Expanded though, so he paid enough attention. But yeah, this skill's pretty good. It's incredibly restrictive. If it didn't restrict our spell cards, because then we just use 3 Dark Magical Circles, 3 Unity or Strength and Unity, it would be much better. But yeah, Destined Rivals works. Eye of Timeus does not work. Super random. Sorry if you don't have the Illusion Apprentices. Just throw in more robes, throw in more like an illusion, magician, just other random stuff. It does hurt the power a bunch, but you can still use this skill, no problem. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.